Annette Lu Hsiu-lien was the Vice President of the Republic of China from 2000 to 2008 under President Chen Shui-bian. She announced her intentions to run for President of Taiwan on March 6, 2007, but withdrew in order to support DPP presidential nominee Hsieh.Lu announced on February 25, 2011, that she would seek the DPP nomination for President of the Republic of China in 2012, but later withdrew her bid. Ing-wen, chairwoman of the DPP, finally won the nomination. Liu is a member of the Democratic Progressive Party and one of Taiwan's independence advocates. Liu is also a prominent feminist activist. Early life. Liu was born in Taoyuan County, in northern Taiwan, during Japanese rule. She has one older brother and three older sisters. After graduating from Taipei First Girls High School, Liu studied law at the National Taiwan University. Graduating in 1967, she went on to gain a Master of Laws from both the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and Harvard University. Rise in politics. During the 1970s, Liu established herself as a prominent feminist advocate in Taiwan, which included writing of New Feminism as Shin Nuxing Juyi. She renounced her prior KMT membership, also joined the Tangwai movement, and worked on the staff of Formosa magazine. Liu then became increasingly active in the Tangwai, the opposition movement calling for democracy and an end to authoritarian rule. In 1979 she delivered a 20-minute speech criticizing the government at an International Human Rights Day rally that later became known as the Kaohsiung Incident. Following this rally, virtually the entire leadership of Taiwan's democracy movement, including Liu, was imprisoned. She was tried, found guilty of violent sedition, and sentenced by a military court to 12 years in prison. She was named by Amnesty International as a prisoner of conscience, and partly due to international pressure was released in 1985, after approximately 5.5 years in jail. Due to the male-dominated culture and combative nature of Taiwan politics, Liu, like several other female politicians subsequently, was nicknamed a small chili pepper. Elected officers. She was elected to the Legislative Yuan in 1993. In 1997, she won an election to be the magistrate of Taoyuan, a post she held until Chen Shui-bian selected her as his running mate in the 2000 presidential elections. Novel. Liu completed her novel entitled These Three Women while in prison. To evade the surveillance of the detention facility, she wrote part of the novel on toilet paper using a wash basin as a desk. In 2008, the novel was adapted into a screenplay for TV drama of the same name. The drama was broadcast on November 24, 2008 on the Chinese television system. Vice Presidency, 2000 to 2008. On March 18, 2000, Liu was elected Vice President. She was awarded the World Peace Corps Mission's World Peace Prize in 2001. Controversy erupted over this in Taiwan, with Liu's political opponents accusing her of vastly overstating the significance and value of that award. She was also the ROC's first elected vice president to adopt a Western first name. In her interview with Time Asia magazine, Liu said that the KMT never thought that they will transfer the regime to her on behalf of the freedom fighters. In the months leading to the ROC presidential election, 2004, there was intense speculation as to whether she would be again chosen Chen's running mate, as party leaders had pressured him to choose someone else, presumably less controversial and outspoken, to appeal to voters. But on December 11, 2003, Chen officially nominated Liu to run for a second term as he could not find a suitable partner, and he said that he respects Lu's academic background, and probably she is the only one who is suitable to be Chen's running mate. Lu was a contender from the 2008 presidential election. She announced her candidacy on March 6 and faced Yu Shikun, Frank Xie, and Su Sen-chang for the nomination. After receiving only 6.16% of the votes cast in the DPP primary, Lu withdrew from the race. Assassination attempt. On March 19, 2004, Lu was shot in the right kneecap during a campaign trip to Tainan. Chen was shot in the abdomen at the same event. Both survived the shooting and left Kaimei Hospital on the same day. The Pan-Blue Coalition suggested that the shooting was not an assassination attempt but that it was staged to a self-inflicted wound in order to gain sympathy votes. The Chen-Lu ticket won the election on the following day with a 0.228% margin, a figure significant to those who related it to the assassination incident. After the election, she continued to make statements which contributed to a public impression that she was a political chatterbox. In a June 2004 meeting with expatriates in San Francisco, she proposed to officially rename her country Taiwan Republic of China to pacify domestic disputes over Taiwan's identity. However, this drew heat from both sides, ranging from those who wanted to drop the Republic of China completely and those who pointed out that her proposal violated the 5 no's. Lu was careful to state that this was just her personal opinion and not an official proposal. She drew more controversy after flooding in Taiwan, in which she made statements which were portrayed as an attack on native Taiwanese living in flood-prone areas. Unlike her running mate, she was never implicated in money laundering and is considered to be an honest politician. Cross-strait relations. In terms of cross-strait relations with China, Lu has been more outspoken in favor of Taiwan independence than President Chen Shui-bian, and as such has been more heavily attacked than Chen both by the government of the People's Republic of China as well as by supporters of Chinese reunification. She often appears at odds with Chen, particularly with regard to cross-strait policy and relations. While Chen initially sent conciliatory signals, Lu consistently made inflammatory comments to the media. Her confrontational remarks have led state newspapers in mainland China to accuse her of provoking animosity between the people on both sides of the Taiwan Straits. PRC state media has also labeled Lu as insane and a scum of the earth. In 2010, Lu visited South Korea and advocated Taiwan's use of what she called soft power, meaning peaceful economic and political development, as a model for the resolution of international conflicts. In mid-April 2013, speaking at George Washington University, Lu called for the DPP to have a better understanding about mainland China because Taiwan's future depends on the development on the mainland. She stated that cross-strait relations should be defined as not only a distant relative, but also a near neighbor, and she stressed that there should be no hatred nor war between Taiwan and mainland China, and both sides should pursue peaceful coexistence, industrial cooperation and cultural exchanges. Speaking at the founding ceremony of Anti-One China Principal Union in Taipei on the 29th of April 2013, Lu warned on silent annexation of Taiwan into China since the introduction of anti-secession law in 2005 and the gradual erosion of Taiwan's sovereignty. However, she said that Taiwan doesn't oppose that there is one China in the world, but Taiwan is not part of China. She criticized ROC President Ma Ying-jeou for making Taiwan becomes more and more dependent on China. She even reiterated her 1996 consensus to oppose Kuomintang's 1992 consensus in dealing with the PRC, in which she said Taiwan has been an independent sovereign country after the 1996 ROC presidential election. alleged charges. On September 21, 2007, Vice President Lu was indicted on charges of corruption by the Supreme Prosecutor's Office of Taiwan. Lu faces charges of embezzlement and of using false receipts to write off expenses totaling over $165,000 from a special governmental account. Yu Shi-kun was also indicted on the same day and immediately resigned his chairmanship of the Democratic Progressive Party. He promised he would resign if indicted. On the same day, DPP member and National Security Office Secretary General Mark Chen was also indicted on corruption charges.